So who'd you serve with? The Army?
Air Force.
Air Force, okay. How long were you in?
Total, you mean the total?
Yeah. How long total years did you serve?
4 years.
4 years, okay. Who'd you serve with? What unit?
Let me think. I think it was 75th Air Depot Wing.
Okay. Where were you stationed at?
You mean all the bases I was stationed at, or
Well, when you were deployed for Korea.
what base in Korea?
Yeah.
It
There's your drink.
it was called K-10.
Okay.
It was a supply base.
So what year did you go over there?
I left here in November of 1952. We went from San Antonio to Corpus Christi, Texas by land, and we boarded a ship in Corpus Christi. And we went down through the Caribbean, across through the Panama Canal, and up the coast of California with the Aleutian Islands, and across the international date line.
Okay.
You know what that means?
I do.
You do?
I've done my share of traveling.
Okay.
Is that the first time you've gone overseas?
Yes.
Oh, that was an adventure, wasn't it?
Yeah, we went to sleep on the 23rd of December and woke up on the 25th the next morning.
Yep.
And of course, coming back, it's Tuesday all day today and Tuesday all day tomorrow.
Yeah. Yep. It's about like whenever we went to Indonesia. That's about how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Travel all the way around the world, and you're going, didn't I just live this day? Yep.
Yeah. So you've been over to the Far East?
Yeah, I went to Indonesia with First Baptist last year. Yep. That's about the furthest I've been. You know, I've been to England and Ukraine and some places like that, but Indonesia's been the furthest. All for mission trips. I hadn't been shot at. Not that I know of, anyway. How old were you when you went?
I was probably 20 when I went to Korea.
Okay. You remember what rank you were?
Airman first class.
Okay.
He was a military policeman.
Okay. So is that what you did over there? Was an MP?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what was an average day like over there?
It's really hard to say. We worked 7 days a week,
Okay.
and it was just a lot of patrolling the base and the cities around the base, towns around the base.
What would you be looking for? Most people don't know about Korea or don't know about anything about the Korean War. So what would you be looking for?
Well, we had a lot of the civilians that lived around would try to break in the base and steal stuff.
Okay.
And I was escorting a postal truck from Busan to our base, which is about 40 miles away. And I was supposed to be riding in the back of the truck. But it was so dusty and rough and the roads were so bad that I rode up front with the driver. And we had this big box about that big in the back of the truck, and every once in a while I'd look back there to check on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked back there once and it was gone.
Oh no.
Yes. And we stopped the truck right quick and we got out and we looked down the hill and there was a bunch of Koreans had this box rolling it down toward a creek.
No.
And we called them and retrieved the box. I guess I would have been in trouble if they hadn't found the box, but we got it back. That sort of thing. And we weren't in a lot of danger from the front line fighting.
Okay.
We were not in danger, but we had
Tell me about the sniper.
we had snipers fire that would come in once in a while, and we had these big round storage gasoline tanks that went up like 40 feet high and 40 feet around across.
Okay.
And there were storage gas tanks for the jet fuel for the planes. And a sniper shot a hole through one of them.
Oh
There
no.
were several tanks, and they were just outside the base on a little hill incline. And the gas just started pouring out. They said if the bullet had hit above the gas line, it would have been a big explosion and all the tanks would have blown up.
Mm.
But
So
it
he
didn't.
barely missed, huh?
Barely missed that, but, it's just small incidents like that. Not a lot of important stuff. We did.
So who were you? You mentioned the planes. What unit was the plane? Were the planes the ones that were doing all the battle? Were those the ones leaving?
Leaving the leaving the
Yeah,
supply
leaving
base?
to go do other stuff.
You were the 75th Airborne.
No, Air Depot. I remember a lot of C-47 cargo planes
Okay.
flying in and out of the base,
Okay.
and the they were used for different things. And in fact, I rode one of them to 2 or 3 bases in Korea, escorting prisoners
Okay.
from one place to another. And just
Were those like the Korean POWs or
no,
whatever?
they were our own.
Oh, your own prisoners. Okay.
So it wasn't a lot of. We weren't in a lot of danger or anything like that. We just dull life, and the food was so bad. And,
What did you eat over there?
well, when we left Corpus Christi, we moved 3,000 troops and equipment, and we moved in a base in Korea that was empty. In other words, the others had just moved out and we moved in, 3,000 people. And when we got there, the only food we had was powdered eggs, stale crackers, and black coffee for about a few days.
Oh no.
That's the only food 3 times a day. Powdered eggs, stuff like that.
I bet you lost weight though, didn't you?
And I don't remember. And we didn't have our winter clothing.
Ooh.
We weren't issued winter clothing till about a week after we got there. And it was, I don't know, January in Korea was cold.
So how'd you stay warm?
Blankets and light field jackets and things like that. And it was bad for about a week till the supplies all got there and everything.
So was that the worst part of it? Was that the worst time that you had during the entire thing?
I suppose.
What's the best thing you remember about being over there? If there is a good thing about it.
We did a lot of hunting, pheasant, deer,
Okay.
the people in Korea didn't have any guns or any cars. And if you know what South Korea looks like now, I've got a book that may be more interesting than what I'm telling you. And we would, when a deer would wander down from the mountains into the village, the Koreans would come out chanting and hollering, and they would make a big circle around that deer. And they would keep closing in and making the circle smaller and smaller, and they'd catch that deer and kill it and eat it. I don't know how they divided it up among all those people, but that's what they did. I've got a book I wish you could see. It's
Okay.
right under where you're sitting, I think it is. You know where that book is?
No,
Oh, here it is. I got the first one.
Oh, you found it.
And I got this from a service officer in Baldwin.
Oh, okay. Nice.
He gave it to me not long ago. And of course, we all know how modern Korea is now. I didn't finish a while ago. We landed in Yokohama, Japan, then we got on a flat LST, landing support troop. We went from Japan around to Busan.
Okay.
And we got off, and then we went around to here. But anyway, you know,
So what were the people like? How much interaction did you have with the Koreans?
we had quite a bit. They worked on the base. Actually, a lot of them worked on the base.
Okay.
A lot of the South Korean military people worked as guards around the base.
Okay.
And then we had people on the base that did a lot of laundry work. They'd have a little laundry place, and you get your laundry done there. And we had quite a bit of interaction with the people, and they were very humble people, and nice people.
So what was their life like?
Terrible. I've driven down the road in January, and it'll be about 20 degrees or maybe colder. And there would be a little cave dug out in the side of the bank on the hill,
Mm-hmm.
and you'd see a small child or two living in that, and that was their home.
Wow.
And we took up money from each paycheck that we got and built an orphanage for
Really?
people that
Wow. How long did it take you to do that?
I don't remember. It's been a lot of years, but they did build them a place to live.
Where was that at Busan?
No, I don't. No, it was. I don't really remember what place it was. It was closer than Busan to us, I think, but I'm not sure.
So that was just children who lived in the caves, or was it families, or
That's
just
all
all?
I could see in there. There might have been
Okay.
others, you know. It was just a little hole dug out, and then they lived in these little grass hut houses, you know. And the ones that worked on the base, when they would leave in the afternoon to go home, they would get their paycheck was a little brown sack of rice. I mean little, maybe a pound.
That was their paycheck.
That was what they got paid
Wow.
for working there. And they was glad to get it, you know. I don't-
Well, yeah, that was food, huh? Yeah. gives you a different perspective.